What's up, bro?
But they got a question, brother.
What's up?
Because you got this audience.
No, I want to know what religion you guys are.
Where's no religion? We're preaching that the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, that we're the children of Israel, the true people of the Bible that the Lord chose.
Jesus was black. If you guys don't know
his name ain't Jesus, but he was so-called black. He would be a so-called black man, yes.
Don't break down the tribes.
No.
Say the tribes.
They'll say you got Judah, the so-called Negroes, you got Benjamin, so-called West Indians, Levi, the so-called Haitians, you got Simeon, so-called Dominicans, and if you read down the line, you know what I'm saying, these are the Lord's chosen people. Are you anyone on this line?
No, I'm just from Earth.
Huh?
I'm just from Earth. I don't agree with this separation of nationalities and colors and religions. I believe that we should all work together because we're all from the same planet.
So what?
I think we should all work together because we're all from the same planet.
Oh, get that in the pocket for all the people that came to Adam. Right now, because we're going to show you that the Lord is about dividing people. You don't believe that then? So do you believe in the Bible, if I may ask?
Some things are true, I believe.
So what do you believe?
I believe in the flood. That's about it, because that's the only thing that you can actually identify from every book of
What
truth.
about before the flood?
Huh?
What about before the flood?
I don't know. Some of it looks like it's man-written. Men usually put stuff into the Bible because they're trying to get power and stuff like that.
So what about the flood seems so genuine?
Well, the thing is, when you look at every type of nationality and religion that there was, and when you break it down, there was always a flood that came and flooded the entire earth, no matter what. And there's been actually carbon-dated fiber of wood on top of ships and mountains from the boat.
Real quick, Green Bay, real quick. We're gonna show you because you said you believe everybody together and like one from the earth. Right now.
Deuteronomy 32:8. When the Most High divided the nations, their inheritance.
That's right.
When he separated the sons of Adam,
right.
He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
So you believe in Adam and Eve, right, and all that? Do you believe in that part?
No.
So now there's no point because go ahead, bring it up.
It's Genesis.
Real quick, bro. He said he divided the nations though, because you said you believe that everybody is just one. You said
God did that. Tower of Babel just divide our languages and the nations and stuff like that.
Like that means the nations are separate.
Yeah,
the nations are separate. You know what I'm saying?
The Lord is just.
So we are from Earth.
Yeah, we are from Earth.
So like that's.
Well, doesn't make a difference what continent we come from, and imagine what planet we come from.
Can I say something real quick, brother? You said about carbon dating 14. First of all, carbon dating is not 100% exact. But you'll get 2 different dates from carbon dating 14. So that come out to be false. You can't, well, they said they had the carbon before 14, you take a volcano will erupt, you'll get one date, and then when it goes back to the bottom, you get a different date. They'll do carbon dating, and then half of it will say one date, and the other half will say another date. So carbon dating, you can't go, it's not accurate. You can't go with carbon dating.
Well, I'm not looking at the fact of the wood from the carbon dating, I'm actually looking at the fact that they found pieces of the ship on top of mountaintops when it touched across mountaintops when the Great Flood happened.
But that's in the scriptures.
The first time the gods flooded the earth, and the second time he's going to do it by fire.
Yeah, and actually
that's coming soon.
There's scientists that you're right, and there's scientists that prove that the Bible's real. There's actually they took a Tyrannosaurus Rex, they took a hip from a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and they checked the red blood vessels, and they said it actually has fresh red blood vessels that go back couple thousands of years. And there were scientists that did tests that said, you know what, the Bible has to be legit. That Bible, the world is about 6,000-7,000 years old. You can look it up. And they checked the fossils of the dinosaurs on mountaintop, and they broke down the fossilization of the dinosaurs and the position that they was in. They said the only way this can happen is there was a flood. So you have scientists out there that actually do the whole archaeology, and they do the whole fossil conservation, and they find out that, you know what, the Bible is real. So you got scientists that will admit that the Bible is real. We did our studies, and the scriptures are real. Right,
yeah, and this scientist, really he was an archaeologist named Jacques Cousteau. He dead now, and basically what he did, he took his team down to the bottom of the Red Sea, and he started digging up the sands down there. He found chariots, he found swords, and all of that. So showing you that the Egyptians was actually drowned in the bottom of the sea. So really what these devils do in this society is they want to disprove the Bible. So what they do is they go into doing their science and doing their research to try to disprove it. And all they do is just prove it more to be accurate, man.
Can I say one more thing too real quick, Elder? They had the so-called, the scientists said that dinosaurs was extinct. Well, the word dinosaurs came out in the 1800s. Prior to that, they were dragons, all right? Then they tell you that there was a catagen fish. They said it was extinct right next to the dinosaur. It was 200 million years old. They found to this day in Madagascar, the fishes are still alive. There's a tree, I forgot the name of the tree, it was called willow something tree. Okay, if you look it up, you can find it. They said this, the tree was extinct. It was at the time of the dinosaurs, 600, 500 million years, whatever. They go to find out, they found that tree still exists. You know what the scientists said? Find this tree is like finding a dinosaur. And don't you know there's different parts of the earth, like the Amazon. It's 70% of the Amazon is undiscovered. You got remote islands you can't go into. The movie Jurassic Park, they went down to Costa Rica and they jumped into a boat to find the dinosaurs. Don't you know the dinosaurs still exist? Let me say something real quick. They got caves over there in Brazil. Is it Brazil or the Mayan caves?
The Mayan.
They had pictographs of men with staffs attacking the dinosaur. You have dinosaur fossils in Las Vegas, the Grand Canyon, the duck-billed dinosaur. So you're gonna find out real soon that this white man's the fucking devil. The science, knowledge, which this is the real knowledge. All this science and all this shit is to disprove the Bible. But when you go deep into it, you got scientists that will admit, I'm a so-called Christian and the scriptures are real.
But when you're looking at on the drawings on the caves though, those were Cro-Magnons though. Their skulls weren't near ours, and then the way how their throat was set up, they couldn't even speak language.
You said skulls.
So those weren't.
It's where you said skulls too.
Skulls,
I got something for you. The book is called "The Black Image in the White Mind." In page 74, it says in the 1840s, Morton collaborated with George R. Glyden, an Egyptologist, who provided him with mummy heads and information about the racial significance of Egypt tomb inscriptions in Crania Asiatica, published in 1844. Morton pointed out that both cranial and archaeological evidence showed that the Egyptians were not Negroes, as abolitionists and colonizationists had maintained, and in fact, blacks have been relegated to the same servile position in ancient Egypt as in modern America. So what that was saying is that the same Negroes that was in slavery here were the same Negroes in slavery in the Egyptian times. So you had the Egyptians and you had the Hebrews in those times. Right. What that tell you? When the scriptures tell you that he's only dealing with the nation of Israel, and that he took us out of Egypt, he didn't take the Egyptians and Israelites out of Egypt, because the Egyptians didn't need saving. So that right there is proving that the Most High is not dealing with all nations as one. There's only one chosen nation. And the skulls, brother, the skulls is actually, because you said cranial and all those other, Indians, they also studied the Indians at those times too, finding out that the skulls are different from the so-called white man skulls, so-called Negro skulls.
So, cause you said you believe in people are like everybody's equal, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody's
That's
equal.
how it's supposed to be.
Says who?
What do you mean says who?
I'm asking
That's
you.
what I believe in.
who are you?
No one says that.
I'm saying, who are you?
I'm nobody.
So, who's God? Who's the Most High in the Bible? He's the creator of all things, right? So whose word should be taken more seriously? You or him?
Jesus.
No.
God?
Well, the God they call
Who's God?
Jesus.
Wait, I don't understand. Who do you guys think God is?
The creator.
Is
The
that
creator of
Jesus,
spirits.
or is that somebody else?
That's his father.
They're all the same thing.
Okay. They're the same thing? So
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, three parts of the same egg.
No,
The yolk, the
so
shell,
you're
and the-
saying God, so you're saying when God walked the earth, that was the Father calling himself his son and put himself on the cross?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Really?
You know that shit.
Yeah, come on. And another thing, you said you believe in something in the Bible, right? You believe God is all love and all that, right? And you believe in the flood. Didn't everybody die?
Well,
So what kind of love was that?
well, in the first Testament, stuff like that, God was very vengeful and punished people.
But then everybody died.
He was very.
Then everybody died.
Most of them.
And the Egyptians died. So what do you feel about the Egyptians back then?
He had no remorse.
So how was he
No.
all love?
You just said fire's coming.
So
fire is
why would you
coming.
burn something that you love?
What?
Sometimes you gotta make sacrifices for
What
the
is he
overall
sacrificing?
picture.
He sacrificed his son.
I don't know what God's overall plan is. No one knows what God's overall plan
Yo,
is.
Read that in Isaiah 40.
That's
quick. Isaiah 40. I believe that's 40.
You know the mark of the beast, the
verse
chip is in the
15.
Bible?
That's a chip. That's the one that they're putting into people with the injections
That's
now.
in the Bible.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
I know that stuff.
So where do you get the idea that fire is coming?
Well, in the Bible it says that.
But you just said you only believe in the flood.
Yeah, exactly. So if the flood happened, I'm pretty sure the other part's gonna happen
So
too.
why isn't everything else could be true? It's all the same power.
That's when God
But
wipes everything.
I like you said you think everybody's equal, because I'm bringing out a couple scriptures to prove that it's not the case. Because you do know that who
No,
at
not
the time
equal. You see this symbol right here, the Illuminati symbol? That shows
In the
that we're
time, in
not
the time of
equal.
Egypt, right? In the time of Egypt, wasn't all the other nations around besides the Egyptians and the Israelites? He saved the Israelites from Egypt, right? And he killed the Egyptians. So the Egyptians were less than the Israelites, right? He meant the Israelites meant more to God than the Egyptians did, right?
I don't know who means who to God. I don't know. That's God's decision.
Well, get the scripture where the Lord chose Israel, but read that real quick.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket.
So everybody else, all the other people on the earth. So you have your so-called, are you a white man? What's your nationality? You're just for kicks.
I don't go for nationalities. I'm for birth.
What do you look like? What do you put on the application if you don't put that on the application like what it says you are?
Other.
So let me ask you something. Did you vote for Trump?
Hell no.
Oh, okay. But to the world, you would be a white man. You look like a white man, or maybe an Arab. I don't know. They don't know. I mean, you look. I mean, if I was to guess.
If you want to go by nationalities, I'm half Puerto Rican and I'm 1/8
Where's
Polish.
your father?
My father is Puerto Rican full.
Yeah, you Ephraim, man. I just asked you what you part of the sign.
But I don't follow that. That's
okay,
a bunch of
But
bullshit.
I asked you.
Do you know the reason why all these nationalities happen? Okay, look. The reason why all the
check it. The reason I asked you that was because this is what we're preaching. It don't matter what you believe. This is what we're preaching.
No, I
This is what we
understand
believe.
that.
But I asked you, did you pertain to the sign? You said no.
At the end of the day, God separated everyone because we were trying to reach His kingdom. He didn't. It was disrespectful to Him. He separated us, separated the land, separated the languages. Okay. So at the end of the day, when He separated everyone, depending on by the vitamin D, the melatonin inside your skin from the sunlight, depending on where you were on the earth, that depends on your color, nationality. Asian is because it was so windy where they came from, so their eyes developed more like this to fight better against the wind.
That's not true.
It depends on where you come from.
Look,
In fact, you got a scripture, bring it up.
People
Yeah,
that live
look,
in
this-
hotter
this
climates, their
Matthews,
skins
that's
are
not
darker
why-
to survive the sun better.
So look, he gonna separate them again this time. This Matthew 25 and 31. And when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. Verse 32. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another. That's
right.
As a shepherd divideth his sheep from his goats.
All right, so that's all about separation and dividing. It's dividing.
And that's what makes us weaker as people. We shouldn't have been about that.
If we all came together, would that make everybody strong?
Yes, it would.
Are people equal? So you're saying every human being is equal to each other?
They should be.
Look at the slavery signs, man.
Well,
Can I say something real quick? Let me say something real quick.
Oh.
That sounds good, but it's not reality, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, you see what's happening in North Dakota?
No.
The Native Americans out there. Do you know what the hell's going on in the world right now? You see all these cops execution of our people? You know about Chirac? Why do you think Chirac's the way it is right now?
Because America attacked them for the natural resources.
Chicago.
No, Chicago.
Chirac.
Oh.
Call it
Chirac. Chicago. Southside Chicago. Don't you know the murder rate is worse than the Iraq war and the Afghanistan war put together? Don't you, when you look at that, this is the streets now. Don't you know that the murder rate there is worse than the Middle East war? So by you looking at that, the man upstairs, isn't he mad at a certain race of people? I just told you right now, Southside Chicago, bodies are dropping worse than Iraq and Afghanistan put together. We're talking about Hummers, tanks, drones, grenades being... So when you look at that spiritually, isn't this man upstairs mad at a certain race of people out here? You see what happened to Native Americans and the reservations? They're suffering. They're part of the tribes. You see what happened to your people, the Tainos? Who do you see in the projects? Who do you see in the ghettos? Who do you see in the jail systems? Our people. So why is it that we're getting our ass kicked by the man upstairs? This is what we gotta ask ourselves. Why did the white man come and kick our fucking ass? And why did he let him do this? Why are we going through what we're going through? And we're telling you about the yin and the yang and the balance is coming. And these devils are gonna pay for what they did to the tribes.
And check this out.
So nobody's not the same. Nobody's not the same. That's not reality,
But
bro.
adaptation through evolution has been proven. They've done it with elephants, with woolly mammoths and stuff like
real quick. Read that in 723. Because I'm gonna get on this equal shit. Because that's a major thing that's fucked up in the earth.
I'm
That
saying
everybody
I
equal.
want us to be equal, but I know damn
But
well
what I
that
just tell
we're
you,
not equal.
Who are you?
Who am I?
You're nothing, right?
Nothing.
And the Lord created everything.
Yeah.
So this is the Lord's plan. You're nothing. So your heart has deceived you.
That's what I got. He just said, I know we all not equal, but I want us all to be equal. And it's not what you want. This is Sirach 3 and 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment. You just a mortal man.
Right.
Like what you want is not what the Lord wants. And the Lord clearly tell you,
So the Lord wanted to be unequal with the white people on top?
Edomites.
Well,
yeah,
The
for now,
The
Yeah,
Lord
for
didn't
now.
create the planet for the
you're
white
right.
people
You're right.
to
Now,
enslave
check
the
this.
black
No, real
people?
quick. Hold your piece of bread.
not forever.
Read this. Hold on.
But he's
Not at all.
Oh, no.
Read this. Read that.
This is 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 23. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people,
Now, mind you, there's 17 other nations on the earth. Go ahead.
even like Israel,
Even like Israelites. So what other nations like the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? Name one. There you go. Read on.
whom God went to redeem for a people to himself.
Well, God went to redeem for people unto himself. So God said, I chose Israel. Fuck everybody else. I chose you. And it is you, because you're Ephramite, you're a so-called Puerto Rican. Here it is. You think everybody should be equal. So to the Lord, you're like, you're bugged the fuck out. And you might be destroyed for it, you might not. Because you could be part of the elect, I don't know. But the way you're going right now, the thinking, the mentality you have now is completely opposite of the Lord. And he created everything.
So he wants the 12 tribes of Israel to be on top? That's what he wants?
Yes.
Deuteronomy 7:6.
No, continue reading this though. Continue reading that.
It says, to redeem for a people to himself and to make him a name.
Now you know redeem means so like, you know, basically like buy back, give back, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna get us back. Because we not with the Lord, we with the Lord, chosen still, but like we're actually like on his shit list right now. We're in the punishment part. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
And to do for you great things and terrible.
To do for you great things. Just for you. Go ahead.
For thy land before thy people, which thou redeemest to thee from Egypt, from the nations of their power.
So the time of Egypt, because you always got to reiterate Egypt, because that was a major deliverance, and we're gonna get delivered out of this Egypt bondage, America, this piece of shit. It's gonna be the same thing, and this is the time we're coming in.